previous conference, that's when Mortimer started putting his plan into action. That's how this whole thing began.
At the previous conference 3 years ago, I'm sure he already knew I would bring
This is the first event that brought home here. Oh yeah, I'm on the right track.
I recall Sparta.
One of Holmes' distant memories and one of his brothers. With an ego like his, he's undoubtedly talking about Mortimer. Could there be a link here? No, at the time they weren't enemies like they are today.
And when
Elizabeth's presence was crucial for Holmes. If she was still here, he'd still be alive. This memory is important without a shadow of a doubt. It took place after my arrival with Emily and Cardinal Biaggi, but well before I found out the truth about my nature.
Okay, what about this one? Okay, I can reach it.
he broke the rules.
Did he?
He feeds Louis. And I continue to.
So Holmes seems certain that Mortimer has been using me, but I get the impression that he's only had this vision recently. It's one of the last ones he had.
Okay, so that's the last one then. Oops. I just...
I recall Sparta.
Who doesn't recall Spartacus? As we hunt for memories.
France. So much. Come to me. He allowed me to bring Emily.
About my first vision on the island, the day of my arrival. This could be the beginning of the story, yet Holmes is talking about bringing Emily back again. So there must have been something before this.
Okay, maybe not that one. Fuck if I know. Just keep looking at them all.
And the cherry on the cake is
The blood that Mortimer used is deadly poison for a demon. Holmes won't survive it. Oh, it's over for him. He's finished.
Is it this one, maybe?
and coincidentally, who arrived?
This is about my arrival, as well as Emily's. There must be an earlier memory that talks about my sisters.
Well, I don't know where that is though. Because I don't think there's anything over here that has any meaning, right?
I can't hold out.
I know, I'm trying. I'm sorry.
And the cherry on the cake is I drank his cursed tea.
I don't know.
He allowed me to bring Emily back again to this conference. He allowed me to bring Emily back again to this conference. Supposedly to
I'm
find
on the
her
right track here.
Okay. So is it this one then? Oh Jesus, I can't see. Could it be this one? Because it...
And coincidentally,
This is about my arrival, as well as Emily's. There must be an earlier memory that talks about my sisters.
and coincidentally, who arrives at the same time as Emily?
Getting closer to him.
Okay. I'm assuming they're all in this section, and then the final one is at, like, Mortimer's crypt and stuff. What a pain in the ass this kind of is. Okay, we did that one already.
Charles Francois. What?
I don't think that is it.
France. So much effort. So much wasted.
Is it this one next with Elizabeth? Because she is important too, right? Spot, I guess.
I recall Sparta. And when Elizabeth disappeared,
Elizabeth's presence was crucial for Holm. If she was still here, he'd still be alive. This memory is important without a shadow of a doubt. It took place after my arrival with Emily and Cardinal Piaggi, but well before I found out the truth about my nature.
He cut me off from our father, and I didn't say a word. And when
One more.
Elizabeth disappeared...
Is it this one then? Because that's kind of like the finale? Because that's what it's...
His children are gathered together? Yes. Here. He feeds Louis, and I continue to see nothing.
So Holmes seems certain that Mortimer's been using me, but I get the impression that he's only had this vision recently. It's one of the last ones he had.
He stuffed his poor son with an occult knowledge that we...
Getting to the end here.
Okay, so if that's the recent one then, so what does that mean? Is there one more? It's not that one.
I recall Sparta.
It's not that one at all. Oh, Mr. Robus, hey, sorry. I had my other page open and I thought I flipped it back. I was uploading stuff to YouTube, sorry. I thought I flipped it back. How are you? I'm sorry I wasn't here yesterday. Okay, we did that one already. Yeah. Is it this?
He's coming.
Is it this one? That's the blood one, right?
And the cherry on the cake is I...
Yeah.
The blood that Mortimer used is deadly poison for a demon. Holm won't survive it. Oh, it's over for him. He's finished.
And the cherry on the cake is I drank his cursed tea. He trapped me. He poisoned me to stop me from being able to leave this body. He cut off all communication with Father. He brought his children here. How could I not have seen it earlier? He's going to absorb me. A traitor! No one can stop him now.
I will stop.
Hurry, Louis. I absolutely must see you before it's too late. You have managed to follow my thoughts. Come to me. Quickly!
I don't know where you are. That's a loaded question. Thursday was not good. It was a roller coaster of emotions. Like, very bad. Very, very bad. When did it start? It started when I had to do a custom hearing protection fittings for my staff. That I was, Jesus Christ, what the fuck? That I was in charge of running, and that was a shit show. So I got through that, and then yesterday was also my very first spin class on Thursday night, and I've been like looking forward to this forever. And there's like this one guy, I think he's on the spectrum, that just really sort of put a damper on things for me. So that was not fun.
Hurry! He's coming!
What's happening?
I can sense he's here.
Just continue the story.
He's trying to get inside me, Louis. William has completely lost his mind. He's getting ready to pull out all the stops. He's going to devour my mind, Louis. I'm not going to be able to stop him.
Oh, he's here.
You are here. I sense your presence.
What? But he can't even see me.
Congratulations, my son. You have succeeded in joining us.
Louis, don't let him draw you in there. You are signing your death warrant if you decide to follow him. I won't be there to protect you.
It's over, my son. We have won. A new order can be born.
Louis, I'm so weak. I can feel him entering. I can no longer keep him out. He's coming.
He's here.
I can. Can you see him?
He's here. He's coming closer to you.
Where? Louis. I don't want to just disappear. He's inside my mind. I can feel him crushing me.
Crush him back.
He's just in front of you.
I'm so sorry, brother. There's nothing you can do to stop me now. You made your choice, and you have lost.
I was wrong about him from the very beginning. He's mad. He must be stopped. You can still do something, Louis. Don't let him get away with all this so easily. I implore you.
Here we go with our fucking choices again. Here we go with our fucking choices again. Oh my goodness. I don't even know what to say.
Look at yourself, Uncle. You're just as bad as he is. Despite being centuries old, despite all the wisdom you should have acquired, I don't believe in you. Nor do I believe in him.
I don't know if that was right or not.
You can count on me to do my utmost so that neither of you will succeed in your plans.
You can be so stupid. As for me, I won't be around much longer. So if you want to stand the slightest chance against him, at least make sure you are armed, Louis.
What do you mean?
The lance, Louis. Have you got the lance?
I got the lance.
It's over, brother. Don't fight it.
You will be punished for this.
Perhaps, but you won't be there to see it, will you?
You will be punished.
Who the hell is Ashel? Okay. Weird. Weird flex. Okay. So, anyway, yeah. So that, my spin class kind of got ruined. Then I had to go and get my hair done, right? Super excited for that. Got my color done. And I was like, I want to get bangs. And so I have bangs. Love that for me. I was like, do you think it needs to be cut? And she was like, yeah, I could cut it, trim it up a little bit. And I was like, great, because I've had like my lob forever. And I was like, maybe some layers or something to kind of complement the new bangs, right? My curtain bangs. And so she's like, I'm kind of feeling a shag. And I was like, I don't know what that is, but like, sure. And let's just say I'm going to be wearing my hair up for like the next 6 weeks or so. I don't know how I'm going to style this. It's like, I know you can't see it, but like, it's not good. And then I got a letter from the government saying that I owed them money on my employment insurance, and it was $2,000 worth of money that I owe on top of the back taxes that I owe them. So I really didn't have a good day yesterday, and I was really in no capacity to come in and stream. So, you know, it was the fun, and work was brutal because I was not like physically, like mentally I was not in work. Physically I was there, but mentally I was just fucking, it was a roller coaster fucking day yesterday. And like, I think this was like part of it because I was like really looking forward to this. And like I said, I'm devastated. It's always just hair. It will grow back. Like that's not the thing. It's just, I have to go out in public like this. And I don't know. I think I figured it out. I think I can like pin some of it back where it doesn't look like super bad. But I have a wicked wave in my hair. And like, I got to straighten that shit out. And I don't know how this is going to work yet. So I'll let you know on Sunday when I have to straighten whatever's left. Oh, fuck. It's just been a goddamn nightmare. So it's just, you know, it's really great. I don't know what to use these for. Like, I have no idea. I think that's what everybody has been telling me, that I think you're overreacting. Like, I don't have the jawline to like make this work. Whatever it is, I don't have the jawline. So next time she says shag, I prefer a shag in the English terms, you know, not for hair. We stick with lob. Layers and lob, but long layers. The color is great though. I love the color. Like this is the first bad haircut, or like my unsatisfactory haircut that I've ever gotten from her. Like, I love everything that she's ever done with my hair. This is the first one I'm not a fan of. Questioning. Seance. Hello.
Where am I?
It's all right, son. Don't panic. It's over.
I'm back? Where are the guests?
I invited them to go up to their rooms. They're resting. Don't worry.
Gregory?
We won, Louis. It's over.
He's dead?
Definitively. Now the way is clear. At any rate, rejoice. Great things await us.
What did you do to him?
I devoured his soul.
But I didn't see you use the Holy Lance.
Indeed not. I didn't need to. Can't you guess how I did it? The Lance of Longinus is just a vessel, Louis. It could have been any object that had the blood of Christ on it. The blood of an ancient, more precisely. But I didn't need the blood of an ancient. You see, I have been in dear Lord Mortimer's physical body for longer than my brother has been in Sir Gregory Holmes. Therefore, I am an ancient, Louis.
Oh, but look at that. I'm an ancient. I'm an ancient. Yeah, but why kill him? He was fine.
He was your brother. Why did you kill him? He never meant you any harm.
Louis, I am exhausted. Let's talk about this later.
No, tell me why now.
Yeah, I want to understand too.
Stubborn as a mule. After centuries of trying to convince him, I assure you I had no other option than to do away with him. He would never have allowed me to depose our father. In the past, he had already opposed me,
Anyway,
and
how was your
sometimes
day?
very violently.
Or how is
He
your
seemed
day?
to
How's
you
work?
like a man of peace, because you did not represent any danger to him. But I can assure you, he was not. With anything to do with our father, he would be merciless. In any case, what's done is done. I'm going to rest in the dining room. Join me there when you're ready. The time has come to end this little antisocial gathering.
No doubt about it. This family is rotten to the marrow. I did right not to trust them. Right. All I have to do now is confront Mortimer.
Oh yeah, like that's gonna be super easy. I mean, we're good. We've got some shit. We got some shit, so. I have a feeling we're probably going to wrap this up, like, today. That's good for you. I'm excited for you. I hate, just ridiculous days. So I've been told by another instructor, like, when I'm there, I fucking mentally leave and I work out, right? A big part of working out is music. We all love music, right? It's the best thing mankind has ever done. And I think he's on the spectrum because I had him for a couple of other classes. Like, he's always in spin. And, like, I think there's some auditory sensitivities because, I mean, you're listening to, like, trance and, like, dubstep, right? Like, it can be quite loud in music, right? And I'm like, yes, give it to me. I fucking, like, take me away. So there's a couple of instructors. So I go Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday are the 3 days I go. Prior to that, I had been going in the morning with one instructor whom I loved, and I miss her every day. And every class that he has been in, he has been confrontational in a sense with the instructors, and he'll complain that the music is too loud, but there's earplugs like supplied in the class. Like, if it gets too noisy, you can put them on. So he told the instructor twice to turn the music down yesterday. And he's like, well, we like it loud. He's like, I just want you to know that there's earplugs just over to the side here if you need them. But, like, this is the type of class where we need the music to kind of, like, help us get through this working track. And then he said it again a couple tracks later. And then again, so on the third time, the instructor tried to remind him about the earplugs. And he was like, but you need to be respectful of everybody. You have to be respectful of everybody because, like, that's just what you're supposed to do. And he's like, fine, I'll turn it down a little bit. And I was like, oh my God. And, like, our bike, so, like, I got there first, he got there second, but, like, he picked the bike right beside mine. And I'm like, I already don't have patience for this because on the one instructor that I go to on Saturday mornings also teaches Monday night. And I go in before my Monday night class to do, like, a quick warm-up after his class is done. Every time I'm in there, why are you here? And I'm like, I'm just coming in to do a quick warm-up. Why? Because I want to just sort of limber up for the next, like, for my workout that I'm going to do in, like, 20 minutes. You know? I'm pretty sure he was going to ask my friend and I whether or not we were lesbians because we were chatting with our Tuesday night instructor and hanging out with her. And yeah, so he was going to ask us if we were lesbians. Like, he's on the spectrum, like 100%. But I don't know to, like, what degree.
Mortimer won't be able to go back after.
Sure, come on in. Let's fucking do this.
Here
Let's
we
get this
go.
over with. So I just, like, every time he's in, and I'm like, well, how much resistance do we need? Well, that's, like, I can't answer that question for you. Like, you want to make sure
Louis,
that
at last.
it's heavy.
You wanted to see me?
Let's get it over with, shall we? I've grown
What are we
tired
getting?
of all this. But before we begin, I would like you to give me back the Holy Lance, please. Now that Gregory is gone, you won't be needing it anymore, and I prefer to put it back in its place.
What makes you think I have it? What makes you think I have that?
I no longer have it. So, at the insistence of Monsieur Bonaparte, I put it back in its place.
Come, Louis. You can't do that to me. Don't be childish, please. Come on.
Of course. Here you are, Father.
Did I do that right?
Thank you. Congratulations, by the way. You managed to find the right one among all the copies. I'm impressed. This conference will have been one of the most eventful I've ever known.
I'll just have to take your word for it.
Before I get to why we're here, you must know that I've been watching you very closely over these past few days.
Why?
I was impressed by your intervention to prevent Peru from killing himself. You remind me of myself when I was starting out. As for the door of my crypt, no one had ever found out how to open it before you. You committed a serious
I guessed a
mistake
lot.
in proving unable to tell your sisters apart, causing the death of the most promising of the two. What an unpleasant surprise it was when I found out that you had tried to warn the Papal States against Gregory and me. Did you really think you could succeed?
Damn it. He found out about that.
But the important thing is that you escaped the worst with Volner, because he could have killed you when you were in the guise of Piaggi.
Yes, it was a bit touch and go.
Which leads me to a chat about what I envisage for you now. You are the chosen one, Louis. The one I've been waiting for all this
I was like, well, you
Thank you.
killed your
We are
sisters,
going to be able to
including the
become
promising
one.
one, and I was like, I still don't know who is
I
who.
don't quite follow you.
Be proud of yourself, son, for you are the one I have chosen to be my next mortal coil.
But what about me?
Am I imagining things, or did he just tell me to my face that he's going to eat me?
Unfortunately, no, you won't survive the transfer. But I want you to know that I only select my bodies from my own children, and that you are the one who has impressed
Oh, lucky
me. most.
me.
It's far from being my first time, as you can imagine. I didn't think it was possible to find a more promising son than dear Augustus. You can be very proud of yourself.
Wait a second, hang on. Do you realize what you're saying? Are you insane?
Come, my son. Let's not end everything on a bad note, please.
Son of a bitch! He's not going to get away with this so easily.
I won't let you do it.
What on earth are you thinking? That you'll be able to kill me? This is ridiculous, Louis. Come now, be reasonable. Don't fight.
I think I just got a bad end.
I won.
Oh, that is super exciting though. I hope you get like just right fucked up. God save the Queen. I think I just got a bad ending.
As Mortimer had planned, Napoleon Bonaparte sold Louisiana to the United States after purchasing it from Spain. Bonaparte continued his political and military ascension until he proclaimed himself emperor. He went on to invade a large part of Central
He sure
Europe.
did.
The legend of Napoleon persisted after his death, conferring on the emperor the role of Messiah for France. Remaining very popular, George Washington put an end to the various internal rebellions without violence and re-established trade agreements with Great Britain. Upon his death, he became a national hero and left an entire nation in a state of mourning.
Why don't they blink?
On his return to Spain, Manuel Godoy proceeded to give Louisiana up to France. Later on, he became the target of the Crown Prince of Spain, Ferdinand VII. The latter gave no respite to his mother's lover, going as far as condemning him to exile. He confiscated all of Manuel's titles and possessions, as well as those of his mistress, Pepita. Pursued, they ended up living out their last years in France in poverty and anonymity. The influence von Volner had over King Frederick William ironically ended up working against him. The sovereign thrust him into increasing repression until the end of his reign. Von Wollner became the object of the people's hatred, was therefore stripped of his titles and land by the new king, and died in poverty to general indifference in the Prussian countryside. His Eminence was obliged to justify himself on his return from the British Isles over the letter he had sent to His Holiness. Unable to say more about the superior dark forces that he had spoken of, his mental health was brought into
I think
question.
I got a bad ending.
He was consequently withdrawn from papal state power, and it became preferable to speak politely about a faraway retreat when referring to his anonymous confinement in an asylum of Rome. Elizabeth's family did everything in their power to find her, based on indications provided by their friend George Washington. In vain, they lost her trail in the port of Brest in France, and no one ever saw her again. On his return to Paris, Peru gave himself up to his peers of the revolutionary courts. He admitted to being implicated in several state corruption cases. Found guilty of treason toward the Republic, he was executed without a trial. No more was ever heard of Lord William Mortimer. His sudden disappearance was the subject of conversations in the European courts, but only for a few months.
I did not have any. Well, that ended about kind of how I anticipated it. We got a bad end. That's kind of fucking shitty. I don't even know where the fucking book is. Also, can we talk about that? I don't know where the book is. Like, what the hell? I actually wasn't trying to get a bad ending. I never try to get bad endings on the first playthrough. That comes later. Now I feel like we have to play this game again at some point so that I can get the good ending and not get possessed by a demon, of which I am also a demon. Double possessed by a demon. And, yeah. Yeah, that's not good. Anyway,